Hey guys, welcome back to episode 27 today on a very afternoon. And today we have a very special guest, Amrita, who's a singer songwriter all the way from Malaysia. That's where we are currently.
Yeah.
How are you, Amrita?
I'm doing good.
So,
That's good.
how's things with you during the pandemic?
Yeah.
Well, it's been pretty good. At first, we all thought it was gonna be like 2 weeks, and then so I just thought like, okay, let's just write a whole bunch of songs, and then it just kept going. So like it's almost 2 years, and just been a lot of writing and just making a lot of music.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
I think, as a musician, I think that's the only thing that you can, pass your time with, right? Doing music, writing songs, stuff.
Yeah, and also like the occasional trying to plant things in the garden, pandemic times.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's all positive vibes, lah, right? Sit down, you write, plant more plants.
Yeah, trying to
It's
make
a
good
positive vibe,
music.
lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. During this pandemic era.
So before
So,
we start off with the questions, knowing about Amrita and stuff, I would like to wish a happy Malaysia Day for everyone out
yes.
there watching
Yeah.
this, and then you may proceed.
Yeah. So, Amrita, when you started with your amazing journey into this music stuff of yours?
I started when I was about 11 or 12. So I
Oh,
started doing like karaoke and the karaoke contest, those Disney Channel stuff with my
oh,
sister and my friend. And then eventually started learning how to play the guitar and then writing music. So it feels like it's been really short. At the same time, it's quite long. Just doing small things.
yeah. So, you were like a self-taught person, or you went to class and you studied, you know, how to play a guitar, or
For guitar, my dad taught me a few chords.
oh, that's nice.
So he had a guitar in his room, and then he taught me a few chords. And yeah, from there I realized that, like those guitar chords and writing lyrics, you can if you join it together, it becomes a song. So that's
Yeah,
sort of like this like mind blowing moment where
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I can do this. Yeah.
Nice,
So,
nice.
like, if you're talking about musical instruments wise, you play the guitar. What else do you?
I play the guitar, a bit of ukulele. I'm still picking up piano. My mom's a piano teacher, but I didn't really
Wow.
like go into piano that much, so I'm still learning.
It's nice. At least can play like few instruments.
Yeah,
Nice
Right.
to do that, because you can maybe play the piano and then sing, play the acoustic guitar and sing.
yeah.
It's nice, depending on the situation where you are.
Yeah, just enough to accompany like my singing. Like if I play a solo and stuff, I'm not at that level, but it's just enough to accompany.
Nice. So, when did you like start writing your own lyrics? Was it like recently, or was it years back?
It's been more than 10 years of like writing.
Wow.
So ever since I picked up the guitar, and then that's when I just joined like because I always love writing. So I just joined writing and
Nice.
music together. And then but then I didn't really play them out to anyone for a few years because I just kind of kept them secret. Then after that, after a few years, only started sharing it.
Good,
So, like
good,
like
good.
music has been with you for since you were young, I would say.
Yeah, music is always like just growing up, music's always in the house. Like it's always playing. Like if my mom's playing piano, she'll play like classical music. And my parents like to listen to like pop rock, Michael Learns Rock, uh,
Ah,
that kind of thing. So they're always playing CDs in the house on weekends. And yeah, so music has always been in the house.
So it's like different types of genre. Mom is listening to one, and then that one. So you're inspired from two sides.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
to get inspired from different genres and stuff. Okay. So, like, is music your full time, or is it like you're just focusing on something else and also doing music time?
Ever since lockdown started, songwriting and music has been my full time job. Before that, it was only part time, and I work as a ice skating coach full time.
oh, Ice skating coach. Wow.
Yeah, it's really
People
random
out there
job.
was thinking about ice skating. We'll talk about that at the end of the video.
Yeah.
So like yeah, but ice skating thing even now you can't do that because of the lockdown and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very lucky to be able to like pick up songwriting and like take it full force into a full time job, which is it's quite fun doing something like that.
Yeah.
So like if talking about songwriting, do you still remember the first song that you wrote back then?
Um, yes, I remember it, but I don't think I can. I remember how it sounds like, but it's kind of like embarrassing. It's like kind of cringy as well, like because I started like I was very inspired by the Disney shows, so Hannah Montana, and it was kind of like country pop kind of music, Miley Cyrus at that time. So
Yeah.
I think my first song was like it was a song for my mom, and it's some like about just growing up and like her being with me kind of thing.
Oh, that's nice. That's something touching, actually. You know.
That's like
Yeah.
at the age of you were young, I would say, right? The
It's
first
like 11 or 12, I think 12.
at that age you're
Wow.
writing something not like that.
Yeah. That's
Your
amazing.
vision is
Yeah.
going there, you know.
Correct.
It's
That.
nice that you're writing something for your mom and stuff back then.
Yeah.
Because normally like these days I think like it depends on the genre lah, I would say. Because if it comes to rap and stuff, I don't think so. 11-year-old kid would write about their parents and stuff. I think they would talk about money and stuff.
Yeah.
Your school crush or something
Yeah,
like
their
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
girlfriend left her and stuff. All that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, for 11-year-old, for you to write your own music, wow, that is one big inspiration, that you have. Like when
Yeah.
I was 12, I was wondering how does a car jack work? How the fella do like that, and then the car goes up. That was me when I was 11.
It's a lot of questions, like so many questions when you're a kid, right? Like, so
Yeah.
trying to process everything. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. That's cool. That's cool.
So if you're like, you said you wrote song back then, and then like imagine now if you're about to write a song, how long would it take? Process of
Yeah.
writing like a full fledged song.
It depends on the song. Like I have a few songs that like Familiar Strangers, the one that is the title of my album, my EP. That one took a few months. So there's a lot of rewriting and writing again. And then I have one song that I wrote recently because we do a lot of like Zoom interviews. So I was doing writing in between interviews and performances. So that one took like 10 minutes. So it's super random.
Wow.
So it's like
Nice.
you gotta write it fast and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it's gone. Like if you think like, oh, I'll remember it later, and then like 5 minutes later you won't remember it, so I have to write
Yeah.
it down.
But like I think like what you said, it depends on what song is it, the
Correct.
lyrics and stuff. I think like
Yeah,
you have your own preference. Maybe like for this type of subject, you can write it in like a certain amount of time, and then this type of maybe like example love. Maybe you need to think, okay, what situation is it?
yeah,
What
Yeah.
happened and stuff. Because you got to portray the thing into the song.
yeah,
Correct.
exactly. Like expressing the feeling at the
Yeah.
same time. If it's just like a stream of consciousness thing, like no filter, then it'll be really fast. But if it's like really thought out and you have something to say, then it might take longer.
I see. I
Nice.
see. Nice. So, Amrita, do you have like a musician that you look up to?
So many like I just really love music and songwriting in general. So like I like to geek out over lyrics. I'm like really really like a lyric nerd. So I really love Jason Isbell. He's like a folk Americana artist. He wrote one song for A Star Is Born. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Donovan Woods, also like indie country, and
Nice.
um, who else? I think like Julia Michaels and Taylor Swift. They
I
both like
see.
really good with lyrics and stuff,
I
and their
see.
songs are yeah, just a lot.
I bet you listen to Willie Nelson also, right? The
A
country.
little
No.
bit, yeah. I'm trying to catch
It,
up on like the older stuff.
yeah.
Last time, like we used to have like Speedy video, right? And then they
Correct.
always have this basket of like
Correct, correct.
CDs.
Yeah.
9 ringgit you can buy. So I have like Johnny Cash and like Cheryl,
Ah,
Fallout Boy, all those like discount section albums.
I think
yeah,
Speedy also they closed down already, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah, it was so sad
No
because
more
that's
already,
like
right?
a nice
Yeah.
place to find
I remember
music.
they used to sell the bundle types of
Yeah,
CDs
Correct,
and
correct,
stuff.
correct, correct.
Cool back then.
Yeah.
yeah. So my music taste was whatever CDs were on sale.
So like
I
if I
mean,
would want to ask you the same question 11 years back, who would be your favorite artist back then?
Like
Like if you had
7.
only one choice.
yeah.
Okay, so if it were like 7 years or 10 years ago, it'd definitely be Taylor Swift because like I studied her Fearless album like front to back, all her lyrics and songs. So that was yeah, that's it.
So you're like I would say like you're a huge fan of her lah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, she's damn talented, you know. She's very her style is very chill, you know, relaxed. But the songs, the especially the lyrics, very meaningful, you know.
yeah. It's really like before listening to her music, I didn't know that like a teenager could you can just write about everything you thought about because like there's many types of music and if they're like an older musician or something like sometimes they're more indirect with what they want to say especially like yeah they're more indirect so like listening to her music was like eye-opening because it's just directly just honest she even puts the name of the person in the song. It's like oh wow you can say so much.
But she also worked a long way to come,
Yeah,
you know,
correct.
Yeah,
like who she is now. She worked a long way, lah, I would say.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
like talking about songwriting again. What's the best time for you to write songs? Like your time of preference.
yeah,
um well before uh when I was working, so I always I had to plan out when I want to write the song, even though people say like, when you're creative, inspiration kind of like hits at any time. But when you're working, you can't just stop working and then write. So normally I would come back from work and then write. And then since lockdown, I've been writing a lot over Zoom and over like internet. So the people I've been writing with, they're from Malaysia. Some of them are in US. So the time zones are really all over the place. So right now, I usually write around like 7, 8 a.m. in the morning.
oh, cool,
That's like
cool.
your time of writing, I would say.
Yeah, because like early morning is their early evening. So it's like a good time to meet in the middle to write.
Uh, I mean, at the same time, it's quite quiet, right, I suppose, because
Yeah,
most, yeah, 'cause it's
when the
peaceful.
sun is rising, like the
Yeah,
sunrise and like the birds singing.
yeah, outside. Yeah, correct, correct, correct. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So, like, have you done like any gigs before this?
I like performing.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
done a lot of gigs.
I've done a bunch. Like I wouldn't say I've done a lot. I know I could have done more performances, but I did have performed here and there, like mainly in KL area, sometimes in
nice.
Penang. Um,
Wow,
yeah, and then we did a few in China and then in US. So just a few here.
wow, that's
So
cool.
like how's the how would I say support? Like when you go to a gig and then people are there supporting your music, vibing to it, right? How's the scene in Asia and how's the scene in China?
Yeah,
Do
Um,
people enjoy your music there in overseas?
it's very interesting experience because it also depends on like where you're playing and stuff.
yeah,
So in Malaysia, obviously, like it depends on where as well. So I'm a really quiet performer. Like I'm not the like not gonna like rock out on stage kind of person. So if it's a very busy environment, I understand that not everyone's gonna be listening, and sometimes like even here or in China or in US, like when there's this moment where like the crowd is really quiet and they're listening to everything. I've had a couple of those moments and it's always been like in my head while I'm singing, I'm like, oh my god, people are actually listening, kind of like freaking out at the
Because
same time.
it's like very quiet and stuff. So
Yeah,
no
because
one's
you
like, no one's like
people
they're
talking
thinking
a
about,
lot.
oh, what was she singing?
Yeah. The
So
attention is all on you, right? Then you'll be like, oh, damn, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's scary at the same time because like
Yeah,
most of the time you go, like if you're performing a lot, sometimes there's always someone talking. It's like at a cafe or something, and then you're always expecting someone to be talking in between. So it's always a little like pleasantly surprising when they're listening.
yeah. I mean, when they're quiet, and I think like that's the time when you're actually doing something awesome. People are like, oh, this woman can sing, she can play.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
so you said
So
you've done in China and other one was the
um,
US, is it?
Perform in China and US.
Right.
In
So
China,
nice.
how's the thing in US like? Because US there's a lot of musicians come from US, right?
yeah,
How was the scene there performing there? Was it nice? That
yeah,
experience?
it was really really fun because I spent most of my time in Nashville, so it's like a songwriters town and just a lot of songwriters. So like when you go to a show, it can be up to like 20 writers performing, like taking turns to perform, or sometimes there's just three or four. So it's a different environment, and it's like just meeting so many songwriters has been like really exciting as well.
Nice.
Yeah. And the first time when you're performing, right? Like how do you how do you overcome stage fright, or do you have stage fright? Don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I have a lot of stage fright.
How do you overcome it?
The first time The first time I performed ever, I think was at a school
Yeah.
singing competition, and everyone had to sing the school song. It's a singing competition, but we choose a song. You only get to sing the school song, and I was so nervous that I forgot the school song when I performed.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah, so that was like my first experience, and then usually I used to get very nervous about performing. So when people say you need to make eye contact, I will look at the wall that's at the back of the hall, so it looks like I'm looking at them, but actually I'm like looking at the wall.
Very smart. Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
so
that's a smart move. Yeah.
after
Because
a while,
I think the school one also but you were telling like because normally when perform right you're like on the stage right
yeah,
Correct.
and then the students
Correct.
will be down there so they will say don't
Yeah.
look at the student you know
yeah,
because
look over
once you look at the
here.
student it's already like you lose focus and then you like
Yeah.
start shivering and stuff.
Yeah, and then the principal was there, like sitting right in the middle. So it's like once I saw all of them, I was like, God, I cannot remember anything.
But it's still nice that
Yeah.
it's still an experience I would say, no?
Correct.
Because like what you're doing like what I mean we are just not into the music scene so we can't judge or say things about you, but you as a person going on the stage performing in front of people you don't know and stuff, it's like
Yeah.
I mean people say like just go on stage and sing only what I also can do what
Yeah.
but when you go up there and then
That's a different vibe, man.
just some people will
Yeah,
be staring into you, some people will be like
Yeah.
just using their phone, like
Yeah.
you might think are they enjoying my music or not? You have thoughts, while playing, and you then tiba-tiba if you forgot your lyric halfway, then
Habis.
then gone lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a kind of like vulnerability as well, because when you go on stage, you are like kind of telling people how you feel and like opening up, like you're sharing your story. So it's quite scary in that sense. At the same time, it's quite nice to like if people feel the same way, they can relate, and then you can feel it in the room, like if someone's like relating to your song and stuff. So it's quite fun as well. It's like scary and fun.
Yeah.
Have you like had any online gigs or something like that for the lockdown or something?
Yeah, I've been doing like a bunch of like here and there, like live stream performances and like some pre-recorded concerts as well. But I recently just hosted my first online concert. So that was I think 2 months ago, and then it was
Nice.
on a platform called PTix. So like there were tickets, and then all the money from there we donated to an old folks home.
Wow.
Nice, that's nice. Very good
That's
for a
good.
good
That's good.
cause lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been very reluctant to, because I know a lot of musicians have been doing like every week doing live stream, and or like every day, even some of them doing every day. But I feel very nervous about doing that. I don't know why. So I just like just to bring myself to do one. I was like, okay, I did one concert in lockdown.
And plus, it's for a good cause.
Yeah,
So
that was like
that's
the
like,
motivating
two in
factor.
one.
Yeah.
So how's the experience doing it through online?
Yeah.
Then people are, oh, nice voice, nice, awesome, keep it up. Sure, somebody will be commenting, back to back, right?
Yeah, I try not to look at it when it's live because it can get distracting.
Yeah.
The most fun was like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago I performed for a young change makers group. Like it was like their graduation and it was on Zoom and like I couldn't help. I accidentally looked at the comments going the chat and they're all like a bunch of kids like from 8 years old to like 16, 17, and they requested me to sing Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license. So her bridge has like a few F words in there, I think, or something. She has like some swearing in in her bridge, and I changed it to like a clean version. And then one of the kids was like, "She didn't sing the bad word," and I just shout and laugh because it was so funny.
I mean, kids are so advanced nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
that was
Correct.
one of the funniest responses. Or like when I looked while I was singing.
She didn't say the bad word.
But at least it's nice that you're, because due to lockdown and perform in front of people and stuff. Even though if they open back the music scene, I don't think so. It would be like how it was before. It'd
Yeah.
be like maybe before was like 100. Now it's gonna be like 40 people, I guess,
Yeah.
because you have to follow the SOP and all that
SOP
stuff.
lah.
Huh?
Yeah, and it's not rushing into even I think they're starting to open up live performances, but at the same time, like as a performer, you don't want to be responsible if anything, like let's say you're calling people to come and watch and if anything happens,
Yeah.
like you don't be
Mm.
responsible for that at the same time. Like yeah, so I'm just gonna be like very cautious about going back to perform.
Later you'll get the blame and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, for the venue yeah, so it'll
Better
be
to stay away from it for some time lah, until it's really really like safe to go out there lah and perform and stuff.
yeah.
But I think at least what you're doing right now, which is thing live thing, it's not online thing. It's at least keeps you going.
Yeah, it keeps like preparing for one kind of keeps me busy and yeah.
So like ice skating.
Yes.
When did you start ice skating? Because like I thought first of all I thought you were just a singer songwriter, and then I came across one of your posts, and then I saw, hey, ice skating. Then I thought maybe you're posting friends one or what. Then I saw it's yours. You said like I just finished my um rehearsal or practice, and then I was like, oh damn, talented. You're singing,
Yeah.
songwriting, and then you're into ice skating as well. How did you start off this ice skating?
I've always wanted to learn how to ice skate, so I actually started ice skating when I was about 16 or 17. So it's not something that I did competitively as a child. So it just kind of happened. I went with some friends to learn how to ice skate, and then it was really fun. So I just kind of like stuck with it. And then the rink that I went to, they really needed coaches, and I was the only one like legally old enough to be hired as a coach. So I was around
Oh.
I was still I haven't completed all my levels at that time. Like so not exactly qualified to coach yet, but my coach kind of said like, if you want to try, you can train as a skater at the same time prepare to be a teacher. So I was like, why not? I was just doing
Yes.
singing and then like daytime I have so much time, so I just picked up coaching and it's been like 6 years of ice skating coaching. It's a really random job that I came across and then I really enjoyed it. So I just kind of stuck with it.
Nice.
So have you like gone for any competitions or ice skating?
Yeah, I've done a couple. I think I've done four competitions. So it's not that many. Uh, just for like as an experience. At the same time, I have to teach students to do it. So I need to know how it feels like. So I've done like yeah some ice skating competitions and then also tried out judging some competitions as well.
Yeah, that's nice. At least you get to coach, you get to
Yeah.
and everything, and you get to judge as well.
That's multi-talented, I would say. Damn.
So the
It's
the ice
cool.
skating that into it, but how like is there like a specific word because they have like incline skating and all the stuff? What's yours?
I teach figure skating,
Figure
so
skating. Figure
it's
skating is the one that they go for the Olympic one. Did that?
yeah, that's the one with the music and like jumping, spinning kind of thing. Yeah,
That's
so
Oh,
nice.
I,
That's like
I
very nice because you got to vibe to the music, enjoy the
yeah.
music.
the
It's some.
music and performing as well.
It's,
Yeah.
so it's somewhat like rhythmic gymnast lah, but only thing on ice. Is it?
Yeah, like to me, because I used to do ballet, so to me it's like
Oh,
ballet while you're moving on ice, kind
nice.
of
See,
combined.
You have four things
You
right
got
now.
four now. There.
Yeah, but I'm not really good at it. Like I learned it, not like that good at it.
But you have the basic lah, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice. At least
Nice.
at least you have the basics of ballet and then figure skating,
Yeah.
singing, and now songwriting. You
yeah.
know,
Like one day, and there was one time the rink like my boss who's like the head coach was like, you should sing and skate at the same time, and I've done it like two
Yeah.
times. It was really awkward at the same time. But the first one was really awkward. The second one was quite fun. Yeah, the first time we were like standing in the middle of the ice. It was like a Halloween thing, so I was like skating and singing, and then I brought in like a violinist. So my friend Josh played violin, and he was like, "My fingers are freezing. I cannot feel anything."
Yeah.
Yeah,
but in the future, don't ever make a dare like on social media saying like what do you want me to do, guys? And then I think we will be the only first to come there, and then we'll be telling why not you write a song
While it's figure
while on the
skating.
ice.
all kidding. No, I don't think I'll do that. It'll probably be like too
So
many.
like ice skating like how do you guys
Bad.
the rhythmic thing movement, how do you guys do it? Like so nice to see, like
Yeah.
sometimes because when you go with like the wolves, I think they carry and then they throw the
Yeah.
person and they catch them back.
Okay. Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't do the throwing one. Like I mainly teach kids, so like I'm like specialized in like teaching kids and like teaching beginner and then like slightly middle level. So the main thing is like coordinating their hands and legs. Like when your legs does one thing, your hands are gonna do another thing. And I think like what's really fascinating for me is that like when you're ice skating, it's kind of like you have to face your fears, because if you're scared you have to jump anyway, that kind of thing. So it's kind of it's a lot to do with like your mind at the same time, like athletic skills. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So like
I mean,
in the ice skating thing, like after like because if I would want to do that normal, not ice skating rhythmic stuff. I mean like just going for fun, the thing. I think if I enter the all arena thing, I think
Hmm.
that 15 minutes my nose will be like flowing.
yeah.
How do you have the same thing, or like are you used to it? Like you just go in, you wear like muffler and stuff.
Yeah, I think you have to get used to it, but like the rinks in Malaysia, like over here, it's not as cold because they're all in shopping malls, right? So
Oh,
it's
Oh,
not as,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but if you spend too long on it, it will be very cold,
I
definitely.
think because you're used to, you're training often, so you're used to the
Yeah,
situation, the climate of that thing.
yeah, it'll take time to get used to it.
I'm just so mind blown. Like the ice. How does it not melt? It's just there. How?
Oh, okay. I get asked that a lot by my students. It's like, is it real?
Oh.
It's like they, I'm not too sure because like I teach, I don't build the ice, but I think there are like pipes underneath. So it depends on the ring, because I know there was one time like someone burst a pipe and then like some liquid started coming out, but like it has something to do with the pipes underneath the ice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think they have
okay.
some cooling,
Now makes sense. Yeah.
something. Because once
Yeah.
the thing shopping mall closes, I think they close the whole arena, so that ice stays there.
Yeah.
I think so.
That
And
one we
and
need to find someone to interview for the ice thing, lah.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's really
yeah. Had to
like
find someone.
ice skating technician
Yeah.
or something.
But it's nice that it's nice go for competitions, thing
Yeah.
stuff.
Saying that's very
If people ask you
talented.
what do you do rather than
Yeah,
singing.
when people ask me, I don't know whether which one to tell them. Like, do I tell them I'm an artist, like the musician, or do I tell them I'm a skating instructor? Do I say both? Like, it's so hard to tell. So like most of the
Yeah,
time in the music scene, if anyone asks, I'll say I'm a musician, and then in the skating scene, I'll just say I'm a coach.
yeah. Or if you want to mind blow someone, then you just say like, "Oh, I make music and I'm also an instructor for ice skating." They'll be, whoa, damn!
Yeah.
So, Amrita, before we wrap it up, got two questions, just normal ones. Then we'll ask you the first one.
Yeah. Uh, so Amrita, like, um, let's say, uh, someone out there right now, who's also like you, right? They love, example, they love ice skating, music, and maybe some other stuff, right? So let's say, this person, they are so uh, confused, and sometimes people can get lost, right? They're not sure what they want to do.
Yeah.
So like, do you have an advice, for these people, like, like what should they do or what should they not do, or is it up to
Um,
them?
well, I think I will answer like based on the songwriting and singing part because I'm more familiar with that. I think if you're writing songs and like looking for a place to perform and like an outlet, I guess because like social media is so big, there's so many platforms, you don't really need to like put yourself on everything if you're not comfortable with. So you kind of find one platform that you're comfortable with and then build from there. And like when you're writing songs, there's a song in everything. So just kind of have to keep practicing and keep writing and yeah, don't give up. Find friends to make music with. It's always very, very helpful.
Nice,
Right.
nice.
So the final one I would like to ask you is, what would you like to say to your supporters who supported you all this
Yeah,
way?
all these years.
I want to say like thank you so much for like listening to my music and like supporting and they've also like believed in me even when I didn't believe I could do it. So I'm very grateful for my friends and people who have been listening.
And also, thanks to you, first of all, for
Yes,
spending small session with us,
yes,
Malaysia Day.
correct.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
having you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yeah. It's an honor having you here, Amrita.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you guys.
It's an
Yeah,
honor, and it's also nice knowing about music and stuff. Hope you the best in your music journey.
Thank
Hope
you.
to see you the big stage someday. You know? And we will be there with the banner.
yeah, yeah. Go, Amrita. Yeah.
I mean,
Thank
good luck with everything. Hope COVID goes slowly reduces, and then you guys can get to perform out there. Be nice,
yeah.
because I know as a musician, it would be nice to perform out.
Correct.
Nothing like performing out. So
Yeah.
we hope you guys best. And see you again.
Thank you.
Wrap it up here. Like to say, Happy Malaysia Day again, to everyone out there. Guys, in the next episode. And bye.
Peace, guys.
This song is called Patterson Street. 24 hours away from home. Don't know where I'm going or where to go, but I'm already gone. Thinking I don't wanna let you go, but I'm too scared to let you know, so I put down the phone. And I'm caught between who I am and who I wanna be. Not sure how I could be sad yet so happy. Someday I'll believe in love again, but as I leave, Patterson Street calls my name. 65 days and I'll be back. You won't know I even left. I guess I'm fine with that. 'Cause you've got your plans and I've got mine, and I'll be playing at the Bluebird tonight. But I still wonder what's on your mind. And I'm caught between who I am and who I wanna be. Not sure how I could be sad yet so happy. Someday I'll believe in love again. But as I leave, Patterson Street calls my name. I used to think that hiding my heart would hide the hurt. I used to think that hiding my heart would hide the hurt. I used to think that hiding my heart would hide the hurt. Now I'm letting go and letting my heart show. The sun has set and our story ends. Just two kids, one's more than friends. People change, life happens, I guess. Now I'm caught between who I am and who I wanna be. Not sure how I could be sad yet so happy. Someday I'll believe in love again. But as I leave, Patterson Street calls my name. As I leave, Patterson Street calls my name. Katakan kepadaku, ini semua hanya sementara. Sakit hati yang